All right. Hello, everyone. Let's play some music.
In the land around and there's a man they call Lime, founder of Consolto. He's got a master plan with a heart so full of passion. He's got a dream in sight, bringing people together through the power of the digital light. He's a mover and a shaker, a true entrepreneur. Building bridges between people, that's for sure. Connecting clients with businesses in a brand new way. Consolto's the name, it's gonna change the game today. Love, love. He's the man with the plan, bringing Consolto to the world. Gonna take us down with his passion and his vision. He's gonna make it right. Love, shine in the digital night.
All right. All right. So we'll talk about that music in a few moments. Thank you, everyone, for joining. We're having a webinar today to discuss a little bit about Consulto, what we have, what we provide, how you can use Consulto for your business. And thank you for joining. Before we start, I want to present our one and only Dennis. Dennis is our customer success specialist, aka Dennis at consulto.com. So, hi, Dennis.
Hi everyone, I'm Dennis. I'm a customer success onboarded a little bit here in Consolto. During this presentation, I'll be constantly looking at the chat, taking your questions, and when we'll stop for a short Q&A in the middle or in the end, I'll flood Elon with your questions.
All right. All right. Thank you, Dennis. Okay. So what we're going to talk about today, I'm going to walk you through a little bit the system in general. We'll have a poll in a moment, but before we start, I wanted, and Dennis, by the way, you can get the poll out there. Our first question in the poll is about how you are using or how you're planning to use Consulto, and is it the widget, the click and talk page, or both? Okay, that's something that will help us understand how you're using it. So what we're going to talk about, a few words about Consulto, our solution, a few selected features, and I'm going to focus today on the payment feature, like pay per schedule or pay per chat and all that, and a little bit of the future and roadmap and Q&A. All right, with that, let's start. Who we are. So we are Consulto and established in 2018, well ahead of the COVID era. We thought that someday people will have lots of conversations with their customers remotely through video conferencing. And we launched Consulto. And since then, we're focused on video conferencing between businesses and customers. And that's what I'm going to talk about. As you can see, we're high performers in G2, Capterra, Software Advice, GetApp, and a few others. And that's because of you guys, which provide us reviews. And I want to thank you for that. So really thank you. By the way, I didn't present myself. I'm Elon, founder of the company. And our mission right now is to help 10,000 businesses scale their remote meeting operations. 10,000 businesses. That's what we're trying to get there. So when is Consulto good? When are these 10,000 businesses going to use Consulto? And the answer is three main use cases. One, when you're trying to sell something that is very hard to sell from your website. You have a website, but your conversion is low. You're investing a lot of money to bring people to your website, but then they just vanish, okay? Even if they leave a leave their details in a form, and you talk with them a few days later, either on a meeting or over email, they're already dead cold. You lost them. You want to capture that lead when it's warm, when it's on your website. That's when you would use Consolto. Okay, so this is one use case to convert better people on the website, and I'll talk about how you can improve that by 40%. 40%. Next, personal customer service. You have a customer service and you find yourself using Loom or emails with snapshots going both directions to your customers and from them. That's where, probably a screen sharing session will do better for the entire operation. And the third part is appointment consulting. So get appointments scheduled, charged, and launched with one solution. Okay, that's incredibly valuable, because think about the following. Okay, get a meeting booked with one tool, and then launch with another tool, and then charging money with a third tool, and then saving all the data with a fourth tool. I mean, that's too many tools. We have one tool that does this all for you. Okay, so those are the three main use cases that you would use Consolto for. And as I mentioned, in order to substitute or replace Consolto, you'd need all these tools. Okay, and I'm not saying that we're as good as Zoom, for example, in their video conferencing, or as good as Calendly in their appointment scheduling, or as good as Intercom in their live chat from the website. But what I'm saying is that we have something that is good enough. We don't have all these tiny nitty-gritty features that they may have, but no one really needs. We have their core that everyone needs to handle and have conversations with customers. So that's why we're here. Our focus is to simplify, organize, and boost your meetings with your customers. When I say simplify, I mean make it dead simple. In our world, having a meeting with a customer means it's as simple as sending an SMS. If it's more complicated than that, the odds are that it's not going to happen. If you're sending some link to your customer need, they need to install something, it's not going to happen. For example, if you have someone on your website right now and you want to have a conversation with them over a video chat, with Zoom, it will take you more than 12 clicks. With Consolto, it's 2. So make it simple, and you'll see simplicity all along the flow. We're trying to make it as simple as possible. The second thing is organize. You want all the data out of the meetings, including chats, including voice recordings, meeting recordings, form submissions, your notes, everything in one place. You can't afford to have them spread over a lot of tools. That makes things complicated and not organized. And boost, I'll talk about the boost later. So in order to get all those and help you scale, we built all these features. It's a huge amount of features, and every week or every month we add here a few more lines. I'm not going to go over all of these, but I will go over a few of them. Now, in the last 24 months, these are the features that we've been building, which is, it's a lot of new content that's being added. Last month, we added to the group scheduling and group meetings up to 24 people. And this month, we launched the paper schedule. And hopefully next month, we'll be launching the Team AI Assistant. I'll talk about that in a few moments. This was the old Consolto just a few months ago, actually 7 months ago, and this is the new one. So I hope you're enjoying the new look and feel. We're consistently evolving and moving forward, and I hope we'll continue to do that. And yes, the question there, I see a question there in the chat. Nothing for them to download. Yes, absolutely. If your customers need to download something, that's no good. With Consolto, they do not need to download anything to start a meeting. Okay, so how this works, and by the way, I'll show you that in a few moments. So we have 3 form factors, and today I'm going to discuss only 2 of them. The third one is in beta. It's in development with design partners. I don't want to discuss this. If you want to be a early adopter of this, please contact Dennis at consolto.com, and we'll be happy to help. With regards to the click and talk and the website widget, what are these? So for those of you who are not familiar with what these are, the click and talk is a page where you host all the communication channels with you. And the website widget is basically a widget on your page like any other chat widget, but it hosts all these communication channels. And I will go really, really quickly over the installation and the methods to use these, because I believe this is important for you to understand and enjoy the solution better. So the first thing that I will show you is how to install, the standalone click and talk page. So I'm going to my back office, and here on the bottom right, we have this flag widget. Okay, I'm going to close it. See the flag. And we click on the click and talk page. So this is your dedicated page. This is specifically is mine, obviously, but every one of you has this page with your image and the communication methods. So people can chat with you, they can video chat with you, and we'll show this in a moment, and this can schedule meetings with you and contact you, and WhatsApp and Messenger and all that. So this is number one, and you can see that it can be either hosted on your domain, like we did. This is a domain that we purchased, or initially when you sign up, it will look like something like this. Client.consolto. Oops. Okay, so this will be what you will receive initially. So same page, just hosted on consolto.com. And again, you can move it to your own domain with CNAME. And we have instructions on our website how to do that. So this is one thing. The standalone click and talk page is this. The embedded click and talk page is, let me bring this. Okay, it's on your website. You can place the click and talk page within a page. Okay, this is very useful if you want the booking software or the chat or the video chat to be part of your website. Okay, this is our website. We use Webflow as our hosting and designing solution, but we embedded this click and talk page from our website. Now, the way you get the link to this embedded click and talk page is you go to the installation page, you scroll down, and here, click and talk page installation, use the click and talk page on your domain, embedded click and talk page as an iframe. You copy this, you put this in your website code, and that's it. You have the click and talk embedded. And this is slightly different from the CNAME, as I mentioned. The CNAME is a custom name, meaning you're using a domain of your own. All right. Now moving to the website widget. So if the click and talk page is a page, the website widget is a full solution that can help your customers on your website. Okay, this is our website widget. And as you can see, it can show multiple agents, not only one, multiple agents at the same time, and each one of them has their own widget. If your account has only one agent, that's fine. You will not see this step of the multi because you'll have only the widget when it's closed. And then when someone opens it, it will automatically open through this. Now, this widget can be triggered either as any other widget by clicking on the widget itself or by using buttons on your website. Now, on our new website, which we launched a few weeks ago, these buttons serve as booking or launching, triggering the booking part of the widget. And look, opened a D or on our enterprise demo as the agent. Okay, if I close it, a D, okay, I can select someone else, but in general, I can open this widget on a specific communication channel with buttons on my website. Now, not only this, but we can also control this button so that, and this is, I think this is really nice. I'm going to control the button by the availability of, by my availability. Okay, one moment. Okay, so now I logged in as our enterprise user, and I'm gonna play with the availability here and look at this button here. What happens to this button? Instead of book a demo, it will become web call with us. And guess what happens when I click on this? It opens the web call automatically. I will receive a meeting. Sorry, the camera was covered. So we have a meeting happening within the website at a click of one button. Okay, one button. Okay, I'm going to close this. So again, just to make sure that we're aligned on the terminology and everything. Widget. Standalone means the widget is pressed by the buttons on the widget itself. And if it's externally triggered, it means that we're using the buttons on the website to trigger actions. Okay. And these buttons can also be controlled by my availability. As you can see here, I'm offline, it became book a demo. I'm online, it became web call with us. This is really important because I'll talk about these buttons in a few moments. All right, so now that we know what this can do, a little bit about the product itself. We have 3 cores to this product, which we believe are essential for you to have healthy and personal communication with your customers. One is the video conferencing, which I just showed, by the way. The second is the booking software, where we provide two-way booking, and I'm going to go in depth on that in a few moments. And the third part is a live chat. Now, you're probably familiar with using some other video conferencing solutions where someone sends a message during the chat, and in the end of the meeting, the message just vanishes. And that's something that we try to eliminate. Okay, the messages are going to be kept with the customer profile, with the video conferencing, with the booking, everything in one place, and I'll show you that in a moment. But on top of these product features, core features, we added forms and a micro CRM and money transfer and screen sharing and some analytics. So these are the main cores of Consolto. And again, we want to make it super simple for you in order that you wouldn't use all of these tools combined, but you would use one tool that provides you a good enough solution to have these meetings with your customers. All right. So before I move on, Dennis, are there any questions, burning questions about anything that I talked about up to now?
One question. I can hear myself.
No, you're fine.
One question that had come up is with the setup of the CNAME, if we will help, if our team can help set up CNAMEs for every customer that has a problem doing so.
Yes, if you have any issue with a CNAME, we will help you. It's practically a click of a few buttons. Sure, reach out to us and we'll help. All right.
Another question was, can we put the widget in an email versus on our site, so there's less chance for
so you can put a link. You can put a link to the click and talk page in your email. that's actually pretty useful. You would create these links that I showed you a moment ago. You would copy this as a link and you would put it in your email. This works, and we use the same thing. Okay, moving forwards, chat features. So voice messages. People can send you messages over voice. Let's look what that would look like. Wait, let me select some other agent because I want us to have this one. In the chat, you just record hello, and I'm recording a voice message. And on the other side, the agent receives a notification, and we'll see the voice message over here, and it's recorded. Okay. You can play it from the back office. File and image drag and drop. So you're probably familiar with these cases where you want to send files or images, so you can easily upload them with this send file over here, but you can also file and drop it. So it's as simple as dragging a file, and it will be sent upon your acceptance. Okay, and of course the customer will receive this on the other end. So this is a drag and drop. By the way, I didn't mention that the back office, here are the 4 tabs that you will be working on. The overview tab has a lot of statistics and initial information. The conversations is where you will see all your conversations with customers. The appointments is where you're going to see your meetings. And the leads is where you see all the contact forms that were submitted. Okay, money transfer. We'll talk about that later. Call recordings. Let me show you what that would look like if we're having a call recording. I prepared here a call recording which was already there. So it will be in the customer, what we call the customer feed. So this chat box here is per customer. And if I move to other customers, I will see a different, but here you can see that we have a call recording, meaning I had a conversation, in this case with myself, it's just a demo, but you can play it here, of course, and you can send it and download it. Okay, if I share this, I get a link. If I copy the link and paste it, I will see this call recording in a larger view. This is something that you can send to your customers so that they have access. And only you, during calls, can start the call recordings. Customers cannot. Okay, so this is a call recording item. You can delete it, you can share it, send it by email, etc. Form submissions and appointment links. Okay, so this is a form submission. Just everything that you have over here in the forms will also be in the conversation. So I can jump to the conversation from the actual form submission. And here I have all the information. Appointment links, I'll show you that in a few moments. Customer visits and customer profiles. So the visits is this page view, these numbers. If you put your mouse on that, you'd see where your customer has landed on your website and when. This is very useful to understand the customer journey on your website. Customer profile. So everything here on the right is related to the customer profile. And you have here the name, the email, phone number. These are editable, so you can change them. A little bit more information about the device types and your own description. This is something that your customers will not see. And you also have all the media that passed. When I say media, it's files and video recordings and audio recordings and that kind of transactions. So you have them in one place, very convenient to see what went and where. Notes, you can put your own notes on the code and on the chat box, and this will be private. Your customers will not see this. Okay, this is a private note, and I save it so it's basically shown here only to myself. Group chat. Okay, so whenever we have a group meeting, we have a group chat accompanied to that group meeting. So you'll see a group chat. It has this plus sign. I didn't have lately a group meeting, but maybe I'll find here one. Here, I had 5 people in the group meeting, so this was the chat there. Chat history. In many cases, you would want your customers to have full access to the chat history, like even after a month or whatever. You can do that by selecting or by setting that in the settings, and you can. But the default is 30 minutes. Okay, so you can get the chat to be selected either full history or only 30 minutes. Okay. So these are the chat features that I wanted to chat about. If you have any questions, please put them now in the Q&A or in the chat, and we'd be happy to answer. I'm moving to the video chat. The video features. So let's first see the video in action as we saw it before. And this is a repeating question that I know that we need to fix, but it's going to happen in a few days, hopefully. So what I'm going to show you right now is what this looks like when we launch a call from the website, similar to what we had before. I'm going to start a call, but before that, I'm going to turn myself to offline. Okay, I'm going to start a call. What happens is, oh, I didn't call the right person. Just a moment. I'm on the, yeah. Might not. Okay. Okay, it takes, sorry. Reason this is calling is that I can take it from my mobile. It's ringing on my mobile, and there is a settings that you can set that will let you receive calls when you're not online. Okay, it works only when you're on your phone. The way to set this on and off is in the notifications, and here mobile standby mode. It's set to on, and actually I wanted to show you this as off. So now I turn this off. I'm going to reload this, and we're going to see how when I'm offline, we're going to see the behavior in a moment. So I'm offline, then I'm getting a message, and the customer tried to call me. He gets a message, "Hi, I'm not available right now. Leave me a message or schedule a meeting." This is great because you don't lose the customer. The process continues. You did catch them when they're warm on the website, but you will catch them later when you schedule a meeting. At least you didn't lose the lead. Okay, so this is important. Now, if I am online, okay, I turn myself to online here or available, and I start the call, then I answer. And the call would start on the website while the customer is browsing the website. Okay, this is, and if I want to see the back office while I'm in the conversation, I just click here on the chat, and I practically see whatever's chat's going. Okay, and I can move around in the back office during all this time. This is something that we call on-demand calls. Okay, you can have group meetings also in these on-demand calls of up to 24 people, and you can use the background blur and background image. The way to do this is here in the call settings itself right now, and this is something that we're going to add to the back office itself. In the call settings, you go to background effects, and here you select either blur or background image. And let's say I want to make an image. So see, I'm sending an image to the other side. If I want this to be blurry, I set it as blurry, and that's it. If I want to cancel it, I of course can cancel it. Your customers can blur the screen, but they cannot select a background image because they came to your website and most probably they wouldn't want to put an image at that point, right? Okay, meeting room calls, we've talked about that. We didn't talk about that, but I'll show you that in a moment. Call recordings. So what would that look like? I just click here on the button of the record a call. Okay, from here, the menu, record a call, then my customer will see this call is being recorded, and he says, okay, the call, we both see that it's still being recorded. At some point in the future, I want to stop the recording. I simply click on this button here or open the menu and stop the recording. Now, what will happen during this time? The meeting is being recorded and saved. So you can see in the chat center itself that this meeting recording is being in saved state. In a few moments from now, once it's uploaded and saved properly, it's accessible within the chat. Audio only and rotating cameras. Whenever you have multiple cameras, you can do that. It's very useful in mobile devices, and I recommend you using that when you're on mobile or your customers on mobile. So you'll have one button to switch cameras. You obviously have multiple layouts. It's more useful when there are a few people on the conversation, but maybe you want to play with it. That's fine. You can just play around with all these layouts. Okay. All right. Persistent chat and history. As I showed you a moment ago, all the chats are saved with the customer. So if during the conversation, the customer is sending me a chat message, hello, I will have it, and it's not somewhere in the cloud. It's deeply connected or directly connected to the same customer that I'm in the conversation with, and it's saved with that customer profile. Okay, so this is also, of course, two-way. And the last thing I wanted to discuss is, and we already talked about unanswered call redirections, that what I showed you before, when you're not available, we will redirect to your scheduling or leave a message. The zero calls, click calls, are links that you can use from your email to let customers call you from your email with 0 clicks, just 1 click, and you would use this as follow. Wait, let me stop this. This is a little bit confusing for me. The way this works is you go to the installation, you scroll down, and you take these start video custom button. Okay, this will help you do the 0 click calls on your website. Okay, if you need more instructions about this, we can discuss this. Please reach out to our support. But this going to be a link to your click and talk page, which will launch either click and talk page or the website, which will launch the calls. So, for example, if I'm going to hit this right now, it's going to start a call immediately. I need to have my calls, my zero click calls set to on in order for this to work. So I'm going to set this to on, and I'm going to do this again. I'm going to reload. Please note that in this case, when I clicked, the customer will have to click start a call. But now when I turn the 0 click calls to on, it's just going to work once I just click this website. Okay, same as before, same behavior. So I hope this helps understand how this is managed. The 0 click calls or the meeting calls are taken from here. The website direct video calls are taken from here. And now I want to discuss another concept, meeting modes. We have two separate meeting modes on our website, on Consolto. And in general, in the video conferencing world, there evolved two types of video conferencing. One is the on-demand. You're probably familiar with on-demand. It's more like a phone call. Someone's calling you. You're not aware that they're calling you. They're going to call you. They just do that. Could be a WhatsApp or Skype call, and that's on-demand. You have that as the widget and the click and talk pages. Okay, it will look like these call buttons over here. Your customers will need to click this to start a call with you. But unlike those buttons, which on your end you will receive a ringing, a buzz that you will need to respond to the call. Unlike those, there's another type of meetings that evolved in the internet or in the world, which is the lobby or the meeting room. That's more like Zoom. You agree, or Google Meet. You agree on that you're going to meet at a specific time, and there's a specific link for the meeting, and you both enter the meeting at some time. You can enter before the customer, or they can enter before you. And once both are on the meeting, you have a conversation. Now, Consolto has both these techniques, okay? When I open the flag widget, you'll see there are two sections on the top. These are the on-demand, and one section on the bottom, which is mentioned as meeting room. This is the Zoom-like or the Google Meet-like meeting room, okay? So again, these two are the on-demand ones, and this meeting room is the just a simple meeting room, okay, that you're probably familiar. It's a meeting link. It looks like this, and it could have your domain or not, but when you get here or your customer gets here, they are ready to enter the meeting. So again, Consolto provides both. Whenever the meeting is scheduled with Consolto, you and the customers will get these links, the meeting room links. Whenever customers reach out to you through your click and talk page or through the website widget, it will be this type, the on-demand, and you will need to respond. A little bit about learnings and what we know. I want to share a little bit about like the best ways for you to enjoy this. Now, these are based on research that we did on our data. The first thing I want you to know is that putting the landing page buttons and instructions will increase your conversion rate by 36%. And by the way, this is not the 40% that I mentioned in the email when I said you're going to increase your sales. We're going to talk about that in a moment. This landing page and instructions is what I showed you on our own website here. Okay. This thing, web call with us now, this will increase your conversion. Why? Because it's not somewhere here hidden. And actually, since we launched our own website, we're getting a lot of these calls. And when we're offline, we're getting a lot of bookings. So I highly recommend put a button on your website somewhere here within the flow of the website, and don't rely only on the widget. So that's learning number one. The learning number two is use audio only when using calls. Okay, what do I mean by audio only? I mean when you're setting up, wait, let me close this, too many things open. When you're setting up the video, you can set the conferencing methods. So you remove the video, and then it's going to be audio only rather than audio and video. Look, this is two buttons, video and audio. This is audio only. Our recommendation, if you are experiencing low conversion rates, move to audio only and change this text. Okay, because sometimes people are they don't want to expose initially their cameras, okay, or themselves on their cameras. And the last thing is a scheduling meeting as a fallback. That will increase your conversion rates dramatically. So do these three. Again, one, put a button on your website. 2, use audio only. And 3, use the scheduling as a schedule meeting as a fallback. 2 other things that you would probably want to do is organize your communication channels. So as I mentioned at the beginning, we provide 7 communication channels: the video conferencing, the chat, the appointment or the booking, contact forms, WhatsApp, Messenger, and phone. It's not optimal to put all of them on your widget. I would put 1, 2, 3, or maximum of 4 on your widget. And you can also order them. So put on the left the one that you feel is most relevant to your customer base. And the way you can move them left to right is you just drag them up in this order tab. So I'm going to put, for example, the appointment on the top, and you'll see the appointment jumped here, and it's now the first from the left. If I click on it, it's going to be, or whenever we open the widget, it's going to be the first one that opens. All right. I think this is a good time to show you a short video about Consolto we created a few months ago. Oh, no, not this one, just a moment.
Welcome to the future of remote business interactions. Meet Consolto, the all-in-one platform that transforms the way you connect with your clients. Gone are the days of juggling multiple tools for video calls, chats, and scheduling. With Consolto, it's all in one place. Picture this, a nifty widget on your website where customers can call, chat, book meetings, and even make payments, all without leaving the page. Tired of back and forth scheduling? Consolto's got your back. Consolto's dynamic scheduling syncs with your calendar, offering hassle-free appointment setting. And if you want to skip scheduling, visitors can call you with one click. Or if you prefer, you can call them. Say goodbye to scattered customer info. Consolto securely stores every interaction, every file, every conversation, along with customer profiles. Make more informed decisions using analytics like visits, call attempts, and bookings. Want to go big? Click and Talk pages are full-sized versions of your widget on a dedicated page. You can even send links to each of the features so your customers only see what they need to. And when it's time to get paid, do it effortlessly, right within the chat or during meetings. Secure, simple, and fast. On the move? Stay connected with the Consolto mobile app. Manage your customer interactions and take calls anytime, anywhere. Your security is our priority. With GDPR and HIPAA compliance, your interactions are safe with us. Whether in consulting, sales, auto dealerships, or healthcare, Consolto elevates the experience where a personal touch truly matters. Ready to revolutionize your customer interactions? Visit www.consolto.com and transform your business today. Stay connected effortlessly with Consolto.
All right. So wait, sharing my screen again. Wait, why am I not showing? Switch screen. Can you see my screen?
Not at the moment.
Okay, let's see. Why not? Switch screen. All right. Here it will be showing. Yes. Okay. All right. Great. So we went over the chat and we went over the video chat. And today I actually wanted to discuss a little bit more about the scheduling. And the reason is we added recently the paper scheduling feature. So with that said, a little bit about the scheduling. So the first thing I wanted to show is the following. So on the back office, the scheduling would look like this. You would have all your meetings in one place, and you can create meetings and send meeting requests to your customers. Okay, so this is one thing. But on the other end, customers can create meetings and invite you to meetings the same way that I showed you before with your click and talk page. So let's see what that would look like. I'm going to open my click and talk page. I'm going to set a meeting, some meeting topic, and I can add a guest to the meeting. So Dennis at consolto.com. Dennis, you're also invited. And I see here, the meeting time that I scheduled and everything. And the meeting has been scheduled and confirmed. So, and we can also see who's joining and schedule another meeting, etc. During this time, Consolto, we will be sending meeting invitations to both parties, right? So that's really important because both sides will receive reminders and meeting confirmations. So the meeting confirmation will look something like this. And I'm showing you our pipe drive, for example. This is what we're using as our own CRM. So I as a customer, I received, hey, this is a meeting sent to Dennis, please accept it, decline the meeting or propose another time, etc. So we're getting meetings and reminders. Two-way booking means I, as the host, I can send invitations, and the customers on my click and talk page and on my website, they can book meetings with me. By the way, the website widget the website meeting process would be pretty similar. Okay, I can just open and click on the schedule here and schedule a meeting, next, or find the right time and schedule a meeting. I hope this is okay. So two-way appointment scheduling means you can send invitations to your customers and they can book meetings with the website widget and the dedicated booking page, which is the click and talk page. You also see all your schedule. It's fully synced with Google Calendar, two-way sync, meaning something changing on Consolto will be ported to Google. If something changes on Google, it will be ported to Consolto. And very soon, Outlook integration as well, hopefully next month. Fully automated and fully controlled. I'll talk about that in a moment. Money transfer, I'll talk about it in a moment. Availability times. So you can send where and when you are available. We just fixed this feature pretty significantly in the last month because it wasn't good enough. By the way, here you have a shortcut to the schedule settings. So I'm here and I can see that I'm in communication, in setup installation, communication, in one of my active channels, in this case, appointment, and in the booking settings. So here I can set the fully automated and not automated flow. I'll talk about that in a moment. Google Calendar, as I mentioned, a few things related to the meeting duration and a few other things that are pretty common. And what I wanted to show you is when you are available. So you can set your availability to some specific time that you're available. Now, what we fixed lately is what happens if you move the time zone, okay? Now it will ask you if you want to shift the times as well or not, okay? So this was actually fixed. I don't want to save this, so I'm going to go out. All right, so this is this. Notifications, I just showed the notification in the email, but you also get desktop notifications for every new meeting that arrives, and your calendar automatically updates whenever a meeting changes. So your calendar on Consolto is live and updates it automatically. We also have multi-option meetings. Now, this is really cool. Let's say you want to schedule a meeting with someone, but you don't know when they are available. So you can provide them a few available time slots. Look what this will look like. One is between 5:30 and 6, One is going to be on Thursday, 4 p.m., and one up to 3 options. And here I'm going to send this to, to info at, or sorry, to Elon. I'm going to send this to myself. And I'm now in Adi's account, sending an invitation. And we will see in a moment that these 3 options, okay, Adi will need to select, or sorry, I will need to select only one of them, okay? I'll show you in a moment what the email looks like. Let me open my email with the meeting invitation. Here it is. Okay, so look, I got 3 options, proposed meeting times, and I need to accept one of them. If I accept this one, for example, wait, let's do this in action live. I'm going to accept one of them, and look how fast it's going to update here. By the way, these yellow ones are the ones that are proposed and not accepted yet. I'm going to accept this one, Tuesday, May 21st, 5:30. And look how fast it's going to be confirmed. And all those 3 yellow ones became 1 green at 5:30. Okay, I hope this one. I hope this was clear. So you can create multi-option meetings, multi-attendee meetings, and a configurable scheduling form. That's something that I will not go into depth today. But the idea is that everything here, either the chat, the video chat, and the scheduling, they have a separate form that you can edit the fields of the form. So you just go to the booking form, or on the chat, you would go to the pre-chat form, or on the video chat, the same, and you would set the form. You can set it on or off, and you can add fields or change the fields in this form. Every field has a name, has a placeholder, a type. Of course, you can have multi-line and phone numbers, etc. Okay. Now we're moving to the good stuff. Okay, so I hope by now you already saw that you can have video conferencing and chat and calendar in one place. Now a few goodies that we provide. So fully controlled versus fully automated appointment scheduling. What do I mean by that? So I'll start with, who is this designed for? The fully automated, this one, is designed for sales and support teams. And this is like the Calendly booking, okay? You show your customers your available time slots within your working hours and those who are not busy in any other meeting. And once the customer invites you to that meeting, it's automatically confirmed because you're showing them originally when you're available. On the other hand, for consultants that don't necessarily want to expose their entire calendar, and maybe they want to have more control, meaning they want to approve meetings, it's a slightly different process. You would show your customers all your working hours. They will send you a meeting request, and you will need to approve it manually. There are pros and cons in each one of them, and you would probably know better what fits for you. By the way, Dennis, this is a good time to launch our second poll. You would probably know what's best for you if you're a consultant, if you're using this for consulting or for sales or for support. But long story short, we have these 2 modes. And the way to select between these 2 modes is here in the scheduling. I'm going to the schedule settings. You have this switch which says fully automated flow. If it's on, it's fully automated. If it's off, it's fully controlled. Okay. Test this. Be aware of how this impacts your calendar and your customer meetings. Okay. Now, why did I mention this now? Because we just launched a pay and book feature, which I'll show in a moment, but it works only in the fully automated flow, not in the fully controlled. Okay, so this is important, that if you want to charge your customers, then you have to be in the fully automated flow, which is the default, by the way. But you have to have this in fully automated. Now let's see the newly launched pay and book feature. So we just added this money transfer tab into the appointment. And I'm going to turn this on. Before this could be even turned on, we need to make sure that we have a payment gateway set. So in the payment gateways, you need one of these to be available, either connect with Stripe or with PayPal. And once you're here, you can set how much you want to charge per session. And let's see what it will look like. Now, I'm going to start scheduling with Adi. And look, now it shows session price $1. If I change the price, of course, to $4, it will change. Wait, did I save it? Okay, $4. Okay, so basically you can set the price and the currency over here. Just make sure that it's saved. It takes a few moments because we check that your account is able to charge this currency. And if it can, we let you schedule a meeting. And okay, I just reloaded it. So it's $1. I set the time. I, as a customer, set the time for the meeting. I provide my details, testing, money transfer. And submit, look at this, submit and pay $1. Before this change, before adding the money transfer to the scheduling, you would see here, schedule the meeting. But now the customer first needs to pay, and only after they pay, the meeting is scheduled. So let's see what this looks like. Okay, so I as a customer need to finalize the payment. You will see here, if you have PayPal, you'll see here PayPal. If you see you may have credit card or whatever. I set this so that in this demo, you will not see my credit card details. So anyways, the customer has also only 5 minutes to complete the transaction because we are reserving the time, that time slot during the payment. Otherwise, two customers could potentially pay for the same time slot, and we don't want your customers to have this scenario, to be in this wrong scenario. So another thing you would notice that on the back office, you received a notification. Open the back office during this time and look, someone's trying to pay me. Okay, a payment request was initiated, $1, which is really nice. Okay, I have a notification. I also see that it wasn't finished, and let's see what it looks like when it's finished. So I'm going to pay $1 for this demo, guys. Okay, I need to select a method. Here, I'm going to use this one and pay. Wow, I made Consolto rich. I don't know if you heard that noise, but look here. The meeting request with Adi was confirmed, and let's see what happened here. Boom, I got a notification. The payment request was paid, and I can check out the receipt as well, and everything is here. So what we've just seen is the following. Customer reserves the time, they provide the information, and then they pay and book, and they have 5 minutes to complete the payment. Otherwise, the time slot is not reserved anymore. How does that work for you? I hope that works, and I would love to hear feedback. This is a newly launched feature from just a few weeks ago. All right. Yeah, thank you, Jurgen, for that. Cool. Love that. Why the payment of $1? Okay, that's a great question. We need to take out. Okay, so the question from Rami is, we charge $1, but I see in my account 0.95 or 95 cents. Why is that? So the reason is Consolto is taking 5%, out of which around 4%, 0.3 actually percent, go to to Stripe, the payment gateway in this case. and the rest goes to Consolto, which is about a few cents go to Consolto. So that's the reason. All right. Next.
We have a couple of more questions if you want to stop for a Q&A.
Is it about the payment?
Not specifically about the payment, but about things we've discussed.
We'll get there in a moment. Let's finish the payment part and go there. Okay. So that was the pay in book feature, which we just launched. We also have the pay in chat feature, which would look something like this. Let's say I'm on your click and talk page, or even on your website. Let's show this on the website. I think it looks better there. So I'm opening the widget. I'm talking with the customer. Okay, let me show this side by side. Right side is the customer side. Left side is the agent. So what I'm going to show you right now is what it takes to request payment from a customer that I'm right now in a conversation with. So I'm going to say hi to this person, and we can see that Elon demo just sent a hi message. Now I want to ask Elon to send me a payment. So I click in the chat box itself, I click on request payment, and I ask for whatever I want. Again, pretty similar to what we had before. I send a request. I see here that the request arrived at the destination, and here on the customer side, they can make or finalize the payment. Okay, so what we've seen here is that during chats, you can ask your customer to make a payment. Once the customer completes the payment, you will see all the notifications as we've seen them here a moment ago. It will be very similar to this. So this is the in chat. The last one is the pre-call. This is a little bit more complicated. What happens is that sometimes you'll want to charge customers just before they start the meeting in order for them to enter a meeting. And the way we do this is first the customer will start a call, then you as a consultant will accept the call, and then the customer will make the payment. The reason is we don't want the customer to make the payment if you're not even ready to take the call. So you first accept the call, customer makes the payment, and during this time you'll be waiting. Once the call payment finishes, you both enter the meeting. Let me show you what that will look like. In order to set this, you go to the video chat tab. You set the money transfer to on. You set the amount of money, and let's see this now in action. So I'm going to reload because I just changed this. I'm going to use a these, and we can also see that this changed. Let's talk for $1. I'm going to start the call, and here the call to receive the payment. I'm going to approve the call, and look, the customer is required to pay. While I get this message, your peer is finalizing the payment. You'll be notified once it's complete. Keep this window open. And then the customer pays, and once the payment finishes, we'll see the meeting happening. Okay. Let's see the meeting starts. Okay. Wow, that was $2 I just donated to Consolto. Come on, I am very, very feel philanthropic today. Okay. Again, what we've seen up to now is three things. We saw the pay and book. Again, customer reserves time, provides the info, and then pays. And only then the meeting is confirmed. And then both sides will get the meeting invitations and the emails and the meeting links. The second thing that we've seen is the in-chat payment, where I send you a payment request, then it you can pay on the spot during the chat. And the third, by the way, it's not only chat, it's also during video chats, whenever the chat box is open and you're in a chat with a customer. And the third thing is get paid for your time using the pre-call chat. Okay, that's what we've seen. And soon we're adding a form. So whenever customers fill a form, you can ask them to pay. Questions about the payment. I see one question by Christian. Any plans to offering Stripe coupon codes? I would love to know how and when you would use that. Please reach out to us, or even you can write it over here. I would love to know when that would be useful. Right now we don't have such plans. Different appointment types by Rami. Thank you for asking. Yes, that's on our roadmap, which, by the way, to go to our roadmap, please hit this question mark over here and find the roadmap. Click on this and you'll see it's called multiple sessions. It's on or configurable sessions. This is the feature. It's prioritized. It's happening after a few of these features happen. So this will let you set different types of sessions. Every session will have a scope, like what it's about, a title, an image, a cost, a duration, all those things. This is coming then. Right now, we don't have that yet. Is there an expiration for Kim? Thank you for asking. Amazing question. Is there an expiration time for the pre-call payment as well, so you're not in limbo? No, they just need to reload if they want to. Basically, they need to reload and it will still see the expiration. If you want to cancel the payment before the call, you need to go to the back office and set and turn that off. Again, video chat settings, money transfer, and turn it off, which I should, by the way. People want to speak with us about Consolto. How far is it? Okay, we'll get to that in a moment. All right. Okay, next. I hope I answered everything regarding the payment. Marco, with regarding to the coupon, I'll get to that. Okay. A little bit about navigating the back office. Basically, if you have only one person on your account, you will not see this selector at all. And many things will be much simpler. You will not see the managed teams because you're the only person on your account. Once you have more than one person, or you have more than one skin, and I will describe a skin in a moment, you will see a little bit more on the back office, including this selector and the teams that I showed you a moment ago. Okay, the managed teams. Now let's talk about that. So what is a user? A user is a host or anyone that has access to the back office, the Consolto dashboard. It's an agent, it's a consultant, it's a host, it's a team member. It's one person that people will call. Okay, if your customer is going to call this person, that's what we call a user. A team is a group of users that have one widget script. Okay, so that's a team. And a widget is that thing that I showed you on the website on the bottom right. Okay, that's the, where is it? This is a widget. Now, if you have only one person on the website, this widget will not show this team list. It will show only this open state and the closed state. And by the way, you can cancel even the closed state such that it automatically pops up. So that's a widget. And again, every team, which is a group of users, has one widget. Now, an agent skin is a representation of a user on a widget. So practically, what we assign to these widgets are agent skins. What do I mean by an agent skin? An agent skin is practically the configuration of a specific agent that could be referred to as a skin. For example, Adi has here two two skins, sorry, on the same widget. We have the enterprise demo skin and Adi's own skin. They both, if you can zoom in, they both point to info@consolto.com, info@consolto.com, okay? One is visible, one is not. So when I open the list, for example, I will see only this one and not this one. And there are other settings that are specific to this enterprise demo. For example, if I open the enterprise demo, we will see that it has only one communication channel, which is the scheduling. If I select the other AD, which is this one, we'll see that it has multiple communication methods, etc. So all of these configurations are referred to as a skin, and when we assign a skin to a widget, that's basically assigning a user with a specific configuration to a widget, which is shown or not shown, by the way, on the team list. I hope that makes sense a little bit. Let me show you this in a diagram. So the account manager is a user, and there are many team members in the account. Every team member is assigned at least one agent skin, and these agent skins are assigned to the widgets. Okay, a few agent skins are a team widget. When will we use multiple widgets? Not multiple skins, multiple widgets, multiple teams. For example, when we want different behavior in different scenarios. For example, we want to, I'll show you in our case, we have multiple widgets. One is only for demo. Okay, we're not showing it anywhere. And the other is on our main account, on our main domain that we put it. Another situation would be if you're serving two brands, two websites, same company, same agents, but different brands. Another situation is if you are an agency and you're providing these widgets to your customers. So each one has a different brand and different agents, and you want to control that. The way to do that is with a different widget on every website. And there are a few more. Now, when would you want multiple skins? This is usually when you want different functionality. For example, as I showed you a moment ago, our enterprise widget has only the scheduling, while Adi's regular widget has all sorts of communication methods. That's one case. And the other situation is where you would be serving multiple brands. For example, if you're an agency of agents that provide customer support, and you provide customer support on multiple websites, you would use multiple skins, each one with the right branding. So the way to control that is with all this selector, and I wanted to focus a little bit about how you navigate through this, because this could be a little bit challenging. So the first thing that you would notice is that here, personal settings and account setting, everything is, you see that selector has vanished. And the reason is that these are in the user, in your own context. When you go to these widget setup and installation, you would see this popping up again. And the reason is that now it's important to know who are you referring to and who are you speaking about. So when I want to set up the widget of Consolto, and Adi, these are in the context of what I'm setting up. And at every moment in time, I'm setting up a widget and a skin. A widget and a skin, or a team widget and a user skin. Now, when am I setting something on the widget level, and when am I setting something on the skin level? You would probably see that in many cases you have agent view and team and widget view. So this already gives you a hint of whether you're setting up an agent skin or something more global, like the widget or the team. You would also notice these ribbons here. These blue ribbons will help, which will help you understand if you're setting up, if this is a global setting or an agent skin setting. So here editing an agent, a D, and these are related to a D. And while this is related to the entire widget or entire team, and we can see that here we're editing the team widget named Consolto. If I'm going to another team widget, for example, the Consolto demo with Adam, I'm going to see here a different thing. These tabs align to these tabs. Okay, so when I'm moving this, these will be aligned. However, on the right side, in the preview, you notice that these not necessarily align with what is selected on the left, but the naming hints or helps you understand what's going on here. If I'm looking at the agent widget, I can set it up here with these agent tabs over here. Okay, I hope that helps a little bit navigate through this back office. So again, every time, just make sure that the context is the right widget, the right agent skin. Make sure that everything that you're editing is in the right context. Again, if you want to edit this, just make sure that it's written here in the blue ribbon. With that said, I think we mastered the bunch of features. I'm happy to take a few more questions, but before that, I need a short rest, really short. So I'm going to show you something that a good friend sent us. Actually, no, wait, I forgot. I wanted to do something else. Wait. So I don't know. Let me play this music one more time, and I'm going to show you.
In the land of Ramana, there's a man they call the Lime. Founder of Consolto, he's got a master plan. With a heart so full of passion, he's got a dream in sight. Bringing people together through the power of a digital light. He's a mover and a shaker.
Okay, this, I hope you can hear me now. Can you hear me? Great. Okay, so this song was created by this AI tool called Suno, and I got this song for my birthday. Thank you so much to Easy for creating this song for me. And we have a little a game or something nice for you if you want to be part of this. So you go to suno.com, you create a music. Okay, this is created automatically by Suno, and you post it on our Facebook page. And the best Suno music that will be posted on our page is going to get a prize, and the timeline is going to be by 1 week from now. Okay, so you have 1 week to create a Suno. This is practically signing up, saying a few words in the prompt, and you get a song. Again, this is the song that we got from Suno. So again, 28th of May, by end of day, you have time to create this Suno music. This is something I got for my birthday more than a month ago, but we thought it's awesome playing it now. I'll take a short deep breath, and I'll let you listen to the song, and then I'll answer Q&A.
With a heart so full of passion, he's got a dream in sight. Bringing people together through the power of a digital light. He's a mover and a shaker, a true entrepreneur. Building bridges between people, that's for sure. Connecting clients with businesses in a brand new way. Consolto's the name, it's gonna change the game today. Milano, he's a man with a plan, bringing Consolto to the world. Gonna take it down with his passion and his vision. He's gonna make it right. Milano, shine in the digital night.
All right. Dennis, happy to take some questions.
One of the questions that I see that you already answered in the chat was how large may the files in the file sharing can be, which 20 megabytes.
Sure, so that's 20 megabytes.
Mhm.
Perfect.
Another question was, does the voice message that we receive on Consolto, does it have a transcript?
Right now, we don't have a transcript. It will come hopefully next year, not this year for sure. We have our roadmap is super packed for this year. We're now working on improving mobile app, which is hopefully going to be launched in the next 2 weeks. Outlook integration, two-way Outlook integration. So for all the users that have Microsoft Outlook rather than Google, and later Apple Calendar as well. Number 3, AI in chat. I can actually even show you the first samples of the AI in chat or what it's going to look like. But yeah, our roadmap is super packed. Then later, we're going to launch the multiple sessions, the AI in calls, and the team assistant. Yeah, that's super packed.
Another question was, is there a mobile app that you answered? And on the WhatsApp integration, do we need a WhatsApp API or is WhatsApp business account sufficient?
So the WhatsApp integration is practically a link to your WhatsApp on your website. It's not integration in a way that we receive WhatsApp messages from WhatsApp. Okay, it just opens the WhatsApp on the customer's browser. That's it for now. We do have plans early next year to add deep WhatsApp integration, which refer to or native WhatsApp integration, so that you will see all the WhatsApp messages on your Consolto back office itself. But that is not the case right now.
Okay. Another question was, am I able to add several questions into the booking page the way I can do with other programs?
Sorry, several questions in the booking page?
I think it is regarding the contact form.
Yeah, so you can basically the contact form is you can edit it and you can put whatever you would want there. You just go to the booking form and you can add fields. These can be questions or email, and definitely you can add as many fields as you want. Actually, not as many. I think it's limited to 10, but yeah, 10 or 15.
Is there a way to configure the mobile application to draw more attention to itself? Because at the moment it's more of a notification and a lot of people can ignore it or miss it. When I asked follow-up questions, the user said that when someone's calling and she's on the phone or he's on the phone, like to even play the ringtone to
Yeah,
get attention.
actually what's happening right now, we get a ringtone on the phone, but the phone app is not as good as it should be. So hopefully in a few weeks, it's going to be way, way better. Let me show you what that looks like on my own phone. See, I don't know if you can see this. Wait, I think I need to turn the blurry to off. Just a moment. Can you see this? Okay, see it's calling, so I can answer the phone from here. Yep. Take a moment. Here it is. See? So this is the call, and again, and the meeting ended. So this is the call feature as it is, but it's going to get significantly improved soon, and we hope to see a new mobile app much better than what you just saw in a few weeks. Other significant questions?
Yes, there was if we have like maybe a timestamp to when the forms and appointments would be translated to other languages like Spanish or Arabic.
That's on our roadmap. I hope that the entire translation thing will happen by the end of this year. It includes the emails, which needs to be, there should be an entire thing to help you customize emails and translate them. The same applies to other messages on the front end. This is a big operation that we're planning. It's probably coming by the end of this year. Okay, let's take one last question, Dennis. Please select out of them.
The last question that I see that popped up was, do we have a plan to add service as built-in marketplace so you can list services for the users for other businesses? Like maybe our users will can provide services from our list.
Sure. Yes, you can already do that. And there are a few teams with marketplaces that use Consolto specifically with those buttons that I showed you before, buttons on the website. So you put an image of this instructor or consultant and a button, start a call, and this will automatically trigger Consolto with the video call with that specific agent. So if you're looking for that, reach out to us. We'd be happy to show you. And I think with that said, I want to thank you so much for joining us today. And I would want to share with you again the music. Ask you to go to suno.com, and again, suno.com. It's suno.com. Put the okay, someone asked where is it, so I'm putting it in the chat. And create a music for Consolto, put it on our website, and wish for a prize by next week. So thank you so much for attending. I want to thank you, Dennis, for being a great partner and helping so much in these meetings. Wish you all a great month, and looking forward to show you some really cool things coming soon. So thanks a lot, and we'll talk soon.
Goodbye, everyone.
There's a man they call Lime, founder of Consolto. He's got a master plan with a heart so full of passion. He's got a dream in sight, bringing people together through the power of the digital light. He's a mover and a shaker, a true entrepreneur, building bridges between people, that's for sure. Connecting minds with business.